This is the Toyota Highlander Hybrid, an SUV that has been so successful in America, Australia and other parts of the world that Toyota decided to replicate its success in the Middle East. Being the only 7-seater hybrid SUV currently on sale, the Highlander is already pretty special. But let's see how it stacks up against its main rivals, the American Ford Explorer, the Japanese Honda Pilot and the Korean Hyundai Palisade. Powering the Highlander Hybrid is a 2.5-litre 4-cylinder petrol engine and an electric motor that produce a combined output of 240 horsepower. As with all hybrids, fuel efficiency is the name of the game, and Toyota claims the Highlander Hybrid will do 19.3 kilometers per litre. Or another way to look at that is 1,254 kilometers on a single tank of petrol. With the Highlander being a family SUV, it is fitted with an extremely soft suspension that does a great job of absorbing bumps and imperfections in the road. It is also armed with 4 drive modes, including a sport mode and a full EV mode where you can drive for a few kilometers with the engine completely switched off and the electric motor powering the wheels. Since the Highlander is built on the brand's TNGA platform, which it shares with many other cars such as the Avalon, Camry, CHR and RAV4 to name a few, it does feel very similar to drive. The best way to describe this would be to imagine cooking with just 3 ingredients. It would not really matter what you mix those 3 ingredients into because your food would taste very similar. And that's kind of what all new Toyotas feel like. You drive one and you feel like you've driven them all. The other downside to the Highlander is its bulk. Sure, it is a 7-seater family SUV that's dedicated to comfort and fuel efficiency, but there are times when you need it to get up and get going and it struggles to deliver. Look at it this way. The Highlander is a 7-seater SUV, as is the Toyota Prado, but the Highlander weighs 100 kilos more and has a lot less power. So when you put your foot down, it feels heavy. It feels lethargic and almost like it's in dire need of an Atkins diet. The low seating position and overall design almost seem to be inspired by a Lexus, but the same cannot be said about the quality. There's a noticeable amount of hard, flimsy plastic in here, and while it is nice to look at with the dual-tone leather, it is not particularly nice to touch. This being the full option, or VXR as Toyota likes to call it, does come with leather seats that are heated and cooled, a 3-way climate control system, push-button start, 7-inch driver information screen, 8-inch touch infotainment screen, and a panoramic roof. On the safety side of things, there's blind spot monitoring, heads-up display, adaptive cruise control, and lane trace assist, a system that keeps the car in the center of the lane whenever the cruise control is activated. There's also sensors in the front and back, as well as a 360-degree camera to make parking as easy as possible. Being a family SUV, space in the back is decent, and that's made possible by seats that slide forward and backward as well as recline. While the same low quality that has been used in the front is used in the back, there are independent controls for the AC system, heated seats, screens with wireless headphones, and privacy shades on both sides. Despite being a 7-seater family SUV that competes with the Ford Explorer, Honda Pilot, and Hyundai Palisade, the third row is extremely tight. And unlike its rivals, the Highlander doesn't offer its occupants in the last row any convenience features such as USB charging outlets. There's 2 cup holders on either side, but that's about all. From a design perspective, the designers have definitely played it safe, and they've borrowed quite a few cues from the Toyota RAV4. But that isn't to say the Highlander doesn't stand out. It manages to do so with a large grille, 20-inch alloy wheels, and headlights that look like they've been borrowed from its wealthy cousin, the Lexus LX570. What is also evident is that the designers have opted to give the Highlander a longer stance as opposed to a taller stance of rugged SUVs such as the Land Cruiser and Prado, making it instantly noticeable as a city cruiser as opposed to a family rock crawler. At 179,900 dirhams, the Toyota Highlander Hybrid is undoubtedly the most fuel-efficient 7-seater SUV currently on sale. But that's about all it has going for it. Meaning, for those of you who are looking for more than just fuel efficiency, the Highlander Hybrid is unlikely to impress because as an all-rounder, it struggles to keep up with the competition. Specifically, the Hyundai Palisade, which we reviewed and you can watch by clicking in the top right corner. Thanks for watching.